Let's do it. It's 9 a.m. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Anyone who joins in, they are going to just silently pop in so they will not disturb. So first I want to say good morning. Thank you for being here. I'm Christina, here with Power for Life Fitness. I am going to guide you through 30 minutes of a slow flow practice this morning. It's your practice. Just here to offer suggestions and just offer some connection. So please honor wherever you are. I'll offer lots of modifications and amplifications as well. So as we begin this morning, let's take a moment to find a comfortable seated position. It can look like this. You're sitting on the shins. Maybe you find a seat, crisscross shape. Perhaps you even lift the hips up with a prop nearby. Nice tall spine. Just a tiny, tiny little bit of effort. Take a moment to bring the gaze down. Soften the space between your eyebrows. If it's comfortable, you can allow the eyes to just shut here. We're taking these first few moments this morning before we start to move the body to find some stillness, mostly in the mind. And so I want you just to pay attention to whatever comes up. And this morning I wanted to start with just this very, very short passage from this book I'm reading now, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. And as you're sitting here centering, at this moment, this is what you feel. There is nothing you can do about the fact that at this moment, this is what you feel. Now, instead of wanting this moment to be different from the way it is it possible for you to completely accept that this is what you feel right now? Let's take a deep inhale through the nose and a slow exhale out the mouth. On one hand over your heart, placing the other hand on top. And just coming back to your natural rhythm of breath, not making any adjustments to it in any way, just noticing. Whether it's shallow, maybe it's deep. And then let's set an intention, maybe a dedication for your practice this morning. It could simply be with that idea that I'm offering, just feeling however you are. No judgment, just accepting. Maybe there's something else. Let's press the palms together in your heart space, thumbs into the sternum, grow a little bit taller here. And then let's begin our physical practice this morning with one cleansing breath together. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Gently flutter the eyes open. Let's take a breath in, sweep those arms high. Exhale, pull them back to your heart space. One more time, lift up, lengthen. This time as you exhale, let's fold it over. Well, rolling over the shins, coming to your tabletop. That's what I meant. So going over, let's come onto all fours. And let's just start to move the body. Cow and cat. Belly drops, bring the gaze forward. Nothing too crazy. And then find your catch around the spine. Make these as big or as little as it feels good right now. You're just moving with your breath. Let's take one more in each direction. And we'll come back to a neutral tabletop position. We're going to take those cat and cows one more time, but we're going to switch it up, adding just a tiny bit more. On your next breath in, let's drop the belly, bring the gaze forward, cow pose. And then as you round the spine, we're going to press into the tops of the feet, hovering the knees just a tiny, tiny bit. Inhale, drop the knees, pull the chest forward. Exhale, round your spine. Press in, lift your knees. Inhale, drop just one more time. Exhale, round. See if you can hover those knees just a little bit more around the spine. Press into those palms. All right, let's drop the knees. Find those that tabletop position. And we'll tuck the toes. Take a moment and press those hips back just a tiny bit. Maybe it's a whole bunch. You can go and find your child's pose. Let's take a breath in here. And a breath out. Inhale, come forward. And let's send the hips high, finding downward facing dog. I always forget to tuck my shirt. So find some movement in your down dog. Pedaling out the feet. Soften those elbows, maybe circle out the wrists, shake out the head. Maybe you even pay attention to how this downward facing dog feels different from yesterday. And it's gonna feel different from tomorrow. Start to walk your feet forward. Find your forward fold here. So maybe you bring the feet a little bit further apart than hip distance right now, if that feels good. Find softness in the knees, let your upper body be heavy. Just imagining you're letting everything roll off of you that doesn't serve you. And then we'll come back to center, find stillness, and we'll roll up one vertebra at a time. Rolling those shoulders up and back, just like we do. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, back to your heart space. Take one inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift your arms high. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, one more time. All right, let's step it back. High plank position. Holding this first one right here. Spread those fingers wide. We're just building a little bit of heat here. Press into the balls of your feet. Shift your weight forward. Shoulders come past those wrists. Inhale here. And let's drop the knees. Lower the chest. Inhale, finding just a baby cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Send those hips all the way back. Just for one breath in. And a bigger breath out. Inhale, come forward. Tuck those toes, downward facing dog. Again, let your head be heavy. Your next breath in, let's lift that right leg nice and high. As usual, you can stay here. Maybe you want to bend and stack, circle out your ankle. Perhaps flipping your dog is in your practice. Feel free to take it there. All right, wherever you are, let's come back to center. Our three-legged dog, square the hips down towards the mat. Bring your knee to your nose just one time. Send it back behind you. And step it forward, finding your low lunge. Dropping the back knee. We'll settle in here. So take a moment. We are going to do, we're going to be on this knee for like 3 minutes if you want to place like a blanket or a towel under there. Let's settle in. Maybe it's a little back bend. Now we're going to drop the hands behind you. Pressing the palms together, shoot the knuckles back, shine your heart forward. And then we're going to take a modified, or not modified, but like a baby humble warrior. So you're going to bow forward. Your right shoulder stays on the inside of your right knee. If this spine does not feel good, maybe you bring a towel in between or something that helps you create a little bit more comfort. We'll stay here for just one more breath. Inhale to lift yourself back up. Release the bind, arms go high. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart space. We'll take a breath in to lengthen the spine. And then take a twist to your right, catching that left elbow on the right knee. Maybe that gaze comes up and over to that right shoulder. Using your palms pressing together to create a deeper twist here. We stay for one more breath in. and out. From here, let's open the arms. And then your left hand's gonna come on the inside of your right foot. Sweep your right foot back. Sorry, I'm not facing you. We're gonna sweep the right foot back. So now we're in a modified side plank. Maybe you lift this top leg up. Perhaps you even bend the knee, grab a hold of the bind. So lots and lots of options. Find your edge today and just stay there. Release the bind if you have it. Let's come back to center. You'll find a tabletop position. We'll take one round of cow and cat. Tucking the toes, finding that downward facing dog. Maybe find some movement. All right, let's bring it onto the left side. Lift that leg nice and high. Again, maybe you stay right here. No movement at all. Maybe it's a bend, stack, a little roll of something. Feel free to flip over. Wherever you are, let's come back to that three-legged dog. Square your hips, knee to the nose one time. Send it back. Low lunge, step it forward. Settle in, new side. So once we're here, we lift up. Maybe it's a tiny back bend as usual. And then dropping the hands behind you. Let's find our bind. Press your heart forward. Take a breath in. Bow forward. Left shoulder stays on the inside of that left knee. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale, release the bind. Arms go high. Exhale, pull them back to your heart space. Take a breath in to lengthen. And we'll take the twist to the left. Right elbow catches the knee. Gaze comes over to that left shoulder. Take another breath in here. Let's twist a little bit deeper. All right, let's open the arms. Planting that right hand down. Sweep that left leg behind you. Maybe those toes stay on the ground. Perhaps you lift them up. Maybe you find that bind on this side. Okay, one more here. Let's release the bind if you have it. Coming back to center. One more round of cow and cat. Let's tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. Press the palms into the mat. So send those hips a little bit higher. From here, inhale to a high plank. If chaturanga in your practice, feel free to take it. Maybe you drop the knees and then the chest. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. And a breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step it forward. We find a high lunge this time. Keep that back heel high. Front knee deep. Settle in, soften your shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, open up. Warrior two, adjust the feet. Stay deep into that front knee. Soften the shoulders. Flip the front palm. Let's reach up and back. Bring it forward. Find your extended side angle. Right elbow to the right knee. Let's stay here for just one more breath. Come back to that warrior two. Gently straighten your front leg. Reverse. Really, really reach that top hand behind you. Create so much length on the side of your body. Then keep your legs as they are. Triangle pose. Fingertips, fingertips come forward. Maybe you keep them lifted. Ooh, this is a lot more in the abs. Or you find your traditional. Take another breath in here. Stay for your breath out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Parallel the feet. Take what feels good for you here. Maybe that is walking the hands way in front. Perhaps it's way behind. Maybe even grab the ankles. Head hangs heavy. Knees stay soft. Take one more inhale here. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. From here, we'll lift all the way up. Pyramid pose towards the front of your mat. So all 10 toes face forward. Walk your left foot up just a tiny bit. Then both heels are on the ground. Lift the arms high, lengthen. Exhale, fold it forward. Right knee can stay bent. Every inhale lengthens the spine. Exhale, melt it down. Next breath here, we lift halfway. Hands will come to your heart space. Deep bend in that front leg as you take flight into your warrior three. Ooh. All right, squeeze those shoulder blades, lots of space between the chest. Breath stays deep here. Just one more. All right, fold it forward, bring those feet together. Shake it out, let all of that go. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, just fold. Chair pose. Gotta see that at least once today. Sink it on back. Find the arm variation that serves you. Make sure the weight is all in the heels. Pretend this is your throne. Can you go a little bit lower? Take another breath, lift your heart. Exhale, bow. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, step it back. Take it through a flow, or maybe just find your downward facing dog. And stay here for 2 big breaths. You can choose to either exhale out the mouth, release some heat, or maybe maintain the heat, continuing to deeply breathe in and out the nose. All right, your left leg. Let's lift it up. Step it forward, find your high lunge. Soften your shoulders here. Back heel nice and high, take a breath. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse, go way back. Extended side angle, left elbow finds the left knee. Stay here for another breath in. And out. Rise back up. Gently straighten. One more time, let's bring it back. This time, see if you can really create the longest line ever. And then send those hips back, finding your triangle pose. Take one more here. Rise up. I'm going to flip over. Again, parallel those feet. We'll find a wide fold one more time here. Make this one different than the first one. So maybe even if it's just finding a little bit of movement, or you walk your hands in the opposite direction. Just give yourself something new. All right, next breath in, let's lift halfway. Lift all the way up. Pyramid pose towards the front of your mat. Once again, this time left foot is forward. Right heel is right behind. Lift up and fold it forward. Again, maybe that front knee, that left knee stays bent a good bit. Let's take one more here to lengthen the spine. Exhale, melt it down. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your hands to your heart. Deep bend in that front leg as you take flight. Lifting that back heel up. Warrior three, squeezing that left glute. Breath stays deep. This left side's always my wobbly side. Just one more here. All right, bring those feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. All right, let's find chair pose one more time. Last time, best effort. Let's do it nice and low. Lift that heart. Take a breath. Sweep your right arm behind you. Inhale, pull it forward. Left arm goes back. Come forward, almost done, breathe in. All right, bow down. Feet go little wider than usual, maybe hip distance. Just take a moment. Come back to the breath. 100% control. Excuse me. All right. If you have a bind, let's release it. Bring those toes to touch. Halfway lift. And then step it back. Take it through a flow. From your downward facing dog, let's shift the weight forward, finding a high plank. Because I know you guys are so strong. From here, let's drop one forearm and then the other forearm plank. Yes, you can do it. Keep the breath strong. Let's take one more inhale and then drop your hips down to the mat, finding your Sphinx pose. Elbows hug in towards your chest. Forearms are on the mat and you're pressing your elbows towards you. So shoulder blades are squeezing, heart comes forward. Let's take one more breath here. All right. Release your forearms. Bring your chest down to the mat. And we're gonna take just one locust pose together. So palms facing down like you're gonna high five your mat. Gaze down in front of you. Next inhale, chest lifts, thighs lift. Crown of the head is reaching forward as those toes are reaching back. Breath stays deep here. Let's take one more, lengthen. Exhale, lower down, take a cheek to the mat. Bend your knees and windshield wipe them back and forth. All right, coming back to center. From here, you'll find that Sphinx pose one more time. Lift your chest up, bringing your forearms back to the mat. This is the last little bit before we start to find our cool down. From your Sphinx pose, with those forearms on the mat, again, because we're so strong, and I'm gonna do this with you, let's tuck those toes. Find your forearm plank. It's just a tiny little bit of abs that we've got to get in. From here, come back to your high plank, planting one palm at a time. Lift those hips, downward facing dog. Let's find a seat. Walk your feet forward. And come on down to a seat. Roll down to your back. I told you that was enough of the hard stuff. So find your way onto your back. Keep those knees bent. Walk them close, or walk your feet close to you. And then with your next breath in, we're gonna find bridge pose. Press the feet into the mat. Lift your hips up to the sky. Thighs, knees wrapping towards each other, like you got something in between them. Maybe right here is more than enough for you to stay. If you like a little bit more, I'm inviting a figure 4 today. So crossing your right ankle over that left knee, adding just a little bit more to the glutes and just in general to this posture. If you are taking this, notice that your right hip wants to collapse a little bit further than the left. Let's lift it up and stay here for one more breath. If you have found this figure 4 shape, let's bring it back to your traditional bridge. Everyone lower down. Take a moment. Hug the knees into your chest. Again, rock side to side. All right. Replant those feet. One last side. I guess we went 2 sides, but let's find that bridge pose one more time. Lift up. Maybe this time you walk those shoulders underneath and then create a bind with your hands. Again, maybe you stay right here or you cross that left ankle over the right knee, keeping those hips leveled. Stay here for one more. Come back to your traditional bridge. Wherever you are, take one more final breath here. And let's lower on down. Hug those knees in. Rock side to side. Gently drop those knees and hips over to the right. Keep both shoulders on the mat. Gaze over to the left. Spinal twist. Gently come back to center. Drop those hips and knees over to the left. Gaze over the right. Come back to center. Let's take a happy baby. Both soles go up. Maybe you just grab the back of your thighs. Maybe it's the feet. Now let's bring those knees back into your chest. Start to rock the length of your spine. And we'll meet in a seated position. And we're going to take one more fold together. So once you're in your seat, let's bring the soles of your feet together. And then for you, feel this in your body. So maybe the feet are further away from you, or you can bring them closer together. It's a deeper stretch, of course. Make this work. I know it might be uncomfortable. Let's breathe through that. Just one more. Lengthen your spine here. And as you exhale, sits bones become more grounded. And wherever you are, let's come back to a comfortable seat. So find your comfortable seat, however you'd like to end practice today. I wanted to end our final minute together in a seated position, really. I don't want to say it's a guided meditation, but maybe just a moment more for stillness. And so just allow your gaze to be soft still. Or maybe the eyes remain closed. And you can practice just like we started, soften everything. Let your jaw unclench. And as you settle in to these final moments for you, I'm going to end practice the same way I started, with the idea that I'm hoping you may carry throughout your day and further on. So as you sit here, at this moment, this is what you feel. There is nothing you can do about the fact that at this moment, this is what you feel. Now, instead of wanting this moment to be different from the way it is it possible for you to completely accept that this is what you feel right now? Let's find one hand over your heart once again. Place the other hand on top. Remind yourself of that dedication or intention you set for yourself. And just remember that showing up was already more than enough. Press your palms together in your heart space. Press the thumbs into your sternum. Grow a little bit taller. And let's end our physical practice this morning with a cleansing breath together. Deep inhale through your nose. Open the mouth, side out. Bring the thumbs to the center of your forehead, the seat of our intuition. The light, the love, the good in me sends nothing but light, love, and good to each one of you. Namaste.